Day 4, breakfast for Bruce and I. Morning, I'm having my black coffee and probably have 2, 3, 4 cups during the day because all I drink during the day is coffee or else my ice drink. I had my breakfast already, my delicious eggs scrambled with sausage and spinach and the whole everything else. So now I'm on my way. It's morning. It's 12:15. We had to go get the car serviced this morning, about an hour and a half away. So while we were there in Tilton, New Hampshire, we went to Market Basket, and on our way home at 11:30, we each had, there were 4 chicken tenders here. 0.71 pounds chicken tenders. They're delicious. I'm sure there's some, let's see, 20% of solution water. They're coating and they're deep fried and they're delicious. But we each had 2, so that wasn't too bad. But it's just chicken, white meat chicken, in coating and deep fried. And that's what we had for lunch. So now I'm going to make another pot of coffee since we're home, and we're going to have a couple cups of coffee. Day 4, diet, dinner. I'm going to have stir fry, I'm going to have pork. The pork that we did up the other day when we made the sausage. This is the pork. We're going to use these pieces, cut them up real thin, little slivers. Put them aside and marinate them in soy sauce and a little sesame oil. And then the onion and my vegetables. Sorry, Bruce, you're going to have this again for vegetables. Onion, mushrooms, and celery. So, first of all, we can... Okay. First of all, I'm going to get the meat marinating. So, get a bowl. I'm going to cut my meat up into little pieces. Pork, right now, see, there's hardly any fat in this at all. So it is would be very dry if we just cooked it in big chunks. So you don't want it dry. If you cut it in little thin pieces, then it won't be dry. So I'm going to cut it this way first, and this way, and then I'm going to cut. Almost little pieces. See little pieces? Okay. Put them in a bowl. I do them all the time, see? Okay, see how little pieces they are? Put them all in the bowl. Little pieces. Maybe this one. I'll do 2 at a time. It's a little easier, maybe. So here's the cut up pork. I'm going to add some soy sauce. Open it. There we go. And a little bit of sesame oil. Just a little bit of sesame oil. Smells wonderful. Stir this up. It's enough for the 2 of us for dinner for stir fry. Cut up nicely. I'm just going to set this aside. Let it warm up to room temperature. Because you want to cook your stir fry at room temperature. If it's cold, it's going to cut down on the heat and it's not going to work. It's not going to stir fry fast. It'll more like boil instead of fry fast. So there, I'm going to set that aside and go to my next project. Okay, now I'm going to cut up some vegetables for the stir fry. I'm going to cut up first. I'm going to cut up my celery. Probably eat as much of this stuff as you want. Okay, then I've cut some broccoli in little pieces. It's all going to be stir-fried together in hot oil. First I'll stir-fry, cook quickly in a very hot fry pan. I'll cook the pork first, and then I'll take it out, put that aside. Then I'll put oil in the pan again, fry pan, hot fry pan, and then put the vegetables in. Cook them very quickly. Not even cook them all the way al dente. And then I'll put in the flavorings, which are going to be the sesame oil, a little soy sauce, and fresh chopped garlic. You put that in the very end so it doesn't cook much. Of course, our squash, which my husband is sick to death of. Another squash, which he's tired of. He wants anything but squash. But squash is good for you. It doesn't have a lot of carbs. It fills you up. If you want to lose weight and you want to be full, you got to eat this stuff. That's a lot of squash. I won't use the rest of it. And green squash. Cry on that one. I'm laying the field too long. Okay. Small pieces, because you want them to cook quickly in the hot oil. All right. Onion. Okay, some mushrooms. Just because they're turning brown doesn't mean they're bad. And they're not slimy, so they're fine. Couple more, got some. Pretty good. And of course, the peppers, which I've already washed. Cut the tops off. That's where I get the peppers. TJ's Warehouse. I love these sweet peppers. They're reasonably priced. And yet they add a pretty color to the stir fry. Let's see, there he is. With the little ones, you can cut the seeds too in there. You don't have to worry about taking seeds out. And then I'm going to add a jalapeno pepper, I think. I have one left on my downstairs in the plant. Okay. I picked two of these little guys this morning, and I think they're just about, it almost froze last night. It got down about 5 degrees, so I think they're just about, they have to be picked. They're inside, but they're on the porch. And that's it. Forgot the cauliflower. Have some cauliflower in the refrigerator. Can use a couple pieces of that in there too. Any low carb vegetable can go into stir fry. Okay, now that looks good. Now I'll put that aside. All those vegetables, aren't they beautiful? Beautiful colors, healthy, wonderful. Cut that in half a little bit more so quick, a little faster. And these are all ready to go in the stir fry, which is the hot oil in the pan when I get it going. Before that, I'm going to take my garlic. Yes, I know these are just about ready to bloom. I'm going to crush my garlic. Eat them. I don't know why they turn reddish. Probably because they're going to seed. It don't hurt you though. Alright, put this in here and we crush the garlic. Okay, put your stir fry pan, your big pan, on high, and we're going to add vegetable oil. This is pure canola oil. Vegetable oil is fine. We're going to add a lot of oil because oil has no carbs. It says no carbs, 0, which means we can eat a lot of oil, which is good for you. First of all, we're going to stir fry this quickly, take it out. So let me heat the pan up to a nice hot temperature, as high as this will go, which is like 400 degrees. And then we'll cook the meat quickly, take it out, and we'll put the vegetables in. New oil, a lot of oil, stir fry them quickly. Then we'll put it together. We'll add our crushed garlic, a little more sesame oil, some soy sauce, and that's dinner. The oil is hot. I'm going to put the pork in. Don't hurt yourself. Fast and hot will make it tender. Slow and warm will make it tough. I'll let that just for 1 minute. Rinse my bowl out. With soap, because the pork might have some kind of raw pork on it. You gotta get rid of that. So we wash the bowl. We're gonna put that right back in the bowl. Clean bowl. Pork. Nice, nice, beautiful. Stir it right back into the bowl now. Here we go. Not the juice, just the pork. I bet I could use that juice for something else later though, huh? I bet I could. I'm not gonna. Okay. The rest of this juice, I'm gonna pour out Throw it away. Throw it away. Right there. Boom. Now, this goes aside. This we add more hot oil. Cover it back up. It's still on high. Cover it back up. Get it to high temperature. High temperature. Add, where's my spoon? Add the veggies. It's almost like you're frying the vegetables. So you can use a little more oil. Now fry the vegetables. Really hot and quickly. Cover it to bring the heat back up. Pork is ready to go back in there. Now while I'm waiting for this to fry just a little bit, I'm going to add sesame oil to this. Probably 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Soy sauce, probably 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of that. Then I'm going to add my garlic. Right in with that, right there, because this is all cooked. Next step is combine it together, and we'll be eating. Okay, so al dente vegetables. Smells delicious. Just the vegetables in the oil. Oh, and that hot pepper in there. That's what I'm over. A little bit more. Woo. Wash the bowls while you're waiting. Okay, I think it was that jalapeno in there. Okay. Take a little of the meat juice, a little sesame oil and the juice in there. Add in there. Okay, add the whole rest of it. Because I like the vegetables al dente and not overcooked. And as it sits in the pan afterwards, it will cook a little bit in this. Oh, there's that garlic. We gotta get that garlic all strung around there. All mixed in that garlic. Okay, we turn it off. We don't cook the garlic. We just want it to taste delicious in there. Okay. Keep stirring it. And there's dinner for the night. I'll eat as much of this as I like until I'm full. Okay, and that's it. Oh, and I'll have a cup of coffee, which I'm having now. Cup of black coffee. And I'll probably have a couple glasses of wine tonight, because I didn't have any last night. I had my iced soda. So I'll probably have some tonight with this after dinner. That's it. Day 4, dinner. Pork stir fry. no rice. Just pork stir fry with vegetables. Okay, it's day 4 on the diet, and I'm gonna pour myself a glass of Crazy Jane Cooking currant wine. Had a little fermentation there to it. All the yeast was gone. Look at that beautiful color. Served chilled, it is absolutely delicious. Beautiful, beautiful wine right there. Lovely. A lot of legs on it. Very nice. I'll have a couple.